Okay. Well, welcome to High IQ Invest. Jeez. There we go. Welcome to High IQ Investing. I'm Nicolo.
And I'm Connor, as always, but with one less collarbone and some more metal in my body.
Well, technically you have 4 collarbones now, if you think about it.
If you multiply it by 2.
Well, you broke it in 3 places, right?
Oh, yeah. So I have 5 collarbones.
Well, actually, let's not spoil this. This is for the outreach section.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Quite literally outreach.
Yeah, but we're going to have... We don't know... I'll be honest, we don't know like what happened the last week, but
yeah,
we'll have takes.
There will be takes.
And they'll be hot. They'll be cold.
Oven mitts. You're going to want oven mitts.
You might want a jacket. Some of them might be like when you take some food out of the microwave and it's like, this needs 15 more seconds, but
yeah. But when you touch the bottom of the plate, it's oddly scalding.
Yeah. And like, who has time to put food back in the microwave when you could be making money?
Yeah. Anyway, we are going to start with, as always, Market Watch. Now, something pretty interesting happened last week for once in our exciting human existence, and that is that the celebrity Caitlyn Jenner, Kim Kardashian, oh Jesus,
Kathleen
Jenner, one of the people that's in that kind of circle. You know that circle? It's not really a tight circle, but it's kind of like, what even makes them all a circle? Are they a family? Are they? I mean, do they play bridge together?
I think Illuminati. I don't know.
Yeah. So one of these people in the Church of Scientology, Kylie Jenner. Kyrie. She announced that she would stop using Snapchat. And yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And when she made this announcement on Snapchat, that's bonus points for irony. The market cap fell by $1.5 billion US.
People are saying, "Oh, this is so stupid. Why are investors care about Kathleen of Jennerville?" But like, this person is an influencer, mind you.
Yeah.
And you know what influencers do?
They influence.
Yeah.
She did for Snapchat what the people who made Netflix did for
movies.
Yeah. She put Snapchat on the internet, if you will. She's the Mark Cuban of Snapchat.
Oh, radio on the internet.
Yeah. So her saying that she's going to stop using it, that would be as if, well, no, he stopped coaching. He's in jail. It would be as if the coach of a very important sports team said that he would no longer coach that very important sports team.
Yeah, like Tyronn Lue on the Cleveland Cavaliers, or LeBron James, if you will.
Or LeBron James. Or maybe even, and I'm going out on a limb here, maybe even, you said LeBron James already?
Yeah.
Okay, that was my limb.
Coach of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah, that was my limb. So we'll come back. We were off the reservation for a little bit.
No more limbs to climb on, and frankly, I only have one more clavicle to break. So
yeah, so we're gonna try to lower the torque here. Okay, so anyway, what does this tell? What can we take from this? Because that just sounds like the money has been lost. What I'm gonna argue here is that she left Snapchat, and now she's got to find a new form of social media. This is like when you go off the reservation and you're looking for a big city to move into.
Yeah. I mean, I could help her with that. Not in the social media front, but I'm actually making an app for a class currently.
Okay.
It's a bit of a Robinhood green theme, if you will.
Oh, okay.
Because, investors, they'll open Robinhood every day and it's red, quite frankly.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. And
wait, for those of you who don't know, and if you don't know, I really have no sympathy, but Robinhood is green when you make money and it turns red when you're losing money. So
allegedly,
continue, Connor.
Yeah.
We've never seen the red.
We're going to make a green theme Robinhood in one of my classes. My partners think we're just making a stock investing app, but we're going to make it so your money goes up and it never comes down.
Yeah,
Quite frankly.
Essentially, it's gonna be hard coded to be green. Oh, geez. Okay. One of our market insiders, and I don't mean insider in the illegal way, I mean insider in the gray area way, has let me know that Facebook just got boosted.
Oh, geez. I'm getting a call live on the air.
Oh, that is not how we take calls. Okay.
I'm actually just going to step out for a sec because it's my doctor.
Here. Oh, boy. Okay. So if you hear this voice, this is Nicolo. And if you hear this voice, this is Nicolo pretending to be Connor. Fairly indistinguishable, but then again, we are both 22-year-old white men, so it shouldn't be that distinguishable in the first place. Anyway, Kyrie Jenner has switched purely to Instagram. And for those of you who don't know, Instagram is this website where you take pictures, and when you take the picture, you caption it and filter it. Or, alternatively, if the picture is such that you deem it needs no filter, you post it as is, but you get to claim these bonus points called #NoFilter. And for that, well, I don't know how the point system works, but that's got to be worth 5 or 10. And I think when you get 100, you can exchange it for various prizes, giant stuffed teddy bears, candy, really whatever you want. And it's quite the system. So anyway, another tip from one of our insiders. She just posted the first full photo of her baby on Insta too. Now, for those of you who don't know and aren't into the Church of Scientology, she has previously posted pictures of the baby's left foot, the baby's right index finger, and one of the baby's teeth that has fallen out since. And a lot of people speculated that she chopped up the baby and put it on the internet. But what we knew at High IQ Investing was that this baby was in fact in one piece. So
I don't know what I'm stepping in on here, but I just got disrespected like no other disrespect I've ever been on the receiving end of.
What did you get hit with?
Well, I was hit with a double dose, possibly triple dose.
Oh, your doctor should not be triple dosing you.
Dare I say quadruple dose? It wasn't my doctor. It was a nurse from the place. She's like, "How are you doing?" I'm like, "Fine." I'm like, "Yeah, I called the other day because I need to talk to my surgeon, ask her a few questions." And she's like, "Okay, just let us know if you're feeling any better soon, or if you have any issues." And she's like, "All right, thanks, bye." Like, no offer to put me in contact with the surgeon.
She didn't even, well,
quite frankly, it was a little bit confusing, but
I got to tell you, what medication do they have you on? The oxyribonucleic acid. What was it called? The Oxy. Now, for all our listeners, Oxy is not one of those things you can order off the Applebee's menu. You can order it in the Applebee's parking lot, but you cannot get it off the Applebee's official menu. And it is some pretty heavy stuff because Connor is pretty heavily. You know what? Let's take a break from Market Watch. I think our listeners.
Did I miss any hot takes or?
Well, yeah, but nothing you can intuit on your own.
The Kathleen of Jenner segment.
Yeah, and I think we want to jump into the community outreach section and talk about how Connor broke himself.
Oh yeah. So I was out on the streets of Philadelphia, just handing out a few pamphlets, trying to get people to listen to the show because Philadelphia, it's a city, it's down in the dumps a bit.
Oh yeah.
These people need to make some money. There's no Wall Street here. No. I mean, well, there's some streets with walls maybe.
Yeah.
But there's no investors on those streets.
Those walls are crumbling.
Yeah. So I got in a little bit of a scuffle, if you will, and I know you will, with a man who said Robinhood is for uneducated investors.
Oh, that's rich.
Yeah, I can't laugh because of the collarbone, but if I could, I'd be laughing. And I was laughing at this moment when this man said this to me. He gave me a quick 1-2. I fought back. I did some screaming for the cops. I mean,
Yeah, you put on a show.
I put on a real show for the guy, and he gave me a falcon punch to the clavicle. And to anyone who's seen Kicking and Screaming, have you seen it or no?
No.
Great Will Ferrell movie. He advises his small team of kids who play soccer to break the other team's clavicles. And this guy took a page out of Will Ferrell's book because he really broke that boy good. This thing was coming out of the skin. It was in a few pieces. Got surgery. Surgery's not too bad. Now I just have some metal in me. It's a bit like a superpower.
Yeah. And here's the thing. They're saying that Connor, if you poke certain areas by his clavicle, he can't even feel it, which is really good for investing.
And for bullet deflection.
Actually, the work that went into getting Connor here today, if you were out on Spruce Street today, you would have seen...
Or if you saw the live stream that will be uploaded to YouTube in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, if you watch that live in 2 weeks, you will see myself pulling Connor down Spruce Street in an office chair. And we were given the approval of the validation, if you will, by a random man halfway over the South Street Bridge who said, "Good job, gentlemen."
And that boy did not know we were, in fact, not gentlemen, but
we're more of
neither here nor there.
Yeah, that's nowhere. That is like not anywhere
here.
It doesn't matter how you look at it. You could look at it directly through a mirror, through two mirrors. Mirrors are real even in the first place. You can't see it. It's nowhere. It's not anywhere. So Connor is disabled, which is nothing new. But what I mean now is Connor is physically disabled.
Yeah. They really hit me with the double dose of disability.
Yeah. So now he is collecting disability and funneling that right into Robinhood. Which is...
And actually, so that brings me very smoothly into a market concept I tried to introduce last week. Or no, I was going to try to, but we had just had too much to talk about. We had callers. By the way, if anyone wants to call, don't know the number, but if you know the number, please call. So the new market concept is margin. And this is a really simple one. In fact, it's not even much of a market concept, but I won't delve deep into any nomenclature. And please correct me if I'm not misleading people, but basically margin is like when you want an injection of cash into your portfolio. You just go to the bank and ask them for some margin. And the more margin you ask for, the more cash you're going to see show up. And honestly, it's like a cheat code for the market. It's going to fly to the moon, and you have no worries because if you're listening to our show, it's only going to go higher.
Yeah. And this might sound a lot like stealing money from your family to buy street heroin. But remember, it's from the bank. So
it's stealing money from the bank
to
buy street heroin.
Yeah, exactly. And
it's much more ethical.
Yeah. I would argue that the bank actually has an obligation to us, unlike our families, because our families have grown up with us and seen the disappointments we have become. The bank, all they see is our credit score. So they have more of an innate obligation to give us that money so we can juice up the old Robin Hood. And a lot of people are out here saying, like, okay, well, why didn't you just Uber down to the station? And that's a thought, but let me hit that on two fronts. On the Pacific front, I'm going to say that, one, why would we spend money when we're trying to make money? And on the Western front, I would argue that we are still shorting cars from a few weeks ago. And Uber, our intern, did some research for us, and it turns out, although it's an Uber, it's still a car. Uber is just German for car.
Really?
Yep.
That's surprising.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we should look into some different means of transportation, actually.
Yeah.
Possibly we could invest in Razor scooters or...
Space shuttles.
Space shuttles? Oh, that would be...
Yeah. Well, the thing with Razor scooters is that you only have two wheels. So if we plot as a function speed versus something. Wheels. Number of wheels.
Exactly.
A Razor scooter, 2 wheels. We might go at 22 knots.
Yeah. Twice as much as when you have
A unicycle.
0 wheels.
Oh, 0. Yeah, twice as much with 0. 0 wheels is you can't move. Wheelchairs have 4 wheels, so you're going a little faster than a Razor scooter.
That's why we opted for the office chair, quite frankly.
Yeah.
And we were zooming.
So to let you guys just have an idea, most standard office chairs I think are 5-wheeled. This is a 6-wheeled office chair.
Really? Oh, I didn't even notice.
Yeah, 6-wheeled office chair. And what that does for you is grant you a boost of speed, unlike anything on this planet you have ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, like the trucks have tapped into this. You know, they add a few wheels on the back. Or
trucks got bonus wheels. They put wheels next to their wheels.
How do you think they get around so quickly?
Yeah. And I don't know. Other things have a lot of wheels too. Challenger had no wheels. That's why it didn't make it to the destination.
Yeah.
But
what has wheels?
What has wheels? A lot of people say wheels fundamentally changed history. I'm going to argue that's nonsense, but they did make us faster.
I'm going to argue if you exponentiate your wheels, you exponentiate your speed.
Yeah.
So if you put an office chair on top of an office chair.
Can I chime in here?
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree with myself too.
Yeah. It's hard to say that you're wrong here because you're not. And that's just how the cookie crumbles.
It's just cold, hard facts.
Okay, so we are in what we call... Oh, geez.
Oh, boy.
Well, we got a caller here at the radio station, and we are going to cautiously pick this up.
You're going to be able to hear.
Yeah,
too.
so it turns out that when you turn the phone on, you also have to turn... Hello?
No. The knob's
Hello?
on the phone.
Oh, geez. Hello?
I'll turn it on.
Okay. Yeah.
Hello?
First I'd just like to apologize to our listeners. We are not audio engineers. We're just investors. So
Do you want me to go check if the microphone is
Hello?
working?
yeah. Hello.
yeah.
Yeah. How are you?
Hi.
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 Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Can you hear us?
Oh, am I on the air?
Yes. Yes, you are, ma'am.
Are we live?
Yes, we are, ma'am.
If
I
you
have
can
a question. I have some contributions.
Sure. Can we ask? What's your name? Where you calling from?
My name is Mike from Minnesota.
Mike, we're very happy to have you on the air, ma'am. Can we ask what your contributions are?
Yeah. Other things with wheelbarrows, wheels themselves, skateboards, wheelchairs.
Wait, are you just naming things with wheels?
Yeah.
Go on.
Unicycles, tricycles, quadricycles, pentacycles, the entire cycle line.
All right. Well, thank you.
No, I'm not done. Heelys, skates, not ice skates, but the ones with wheels on them. I think I'm done. Yeah, that's it.
Well, we here at High IQ Investing always value our...
Sorry, 1 second.
Ma'am, are you eating?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, we at High IQ Investing always value the input of our listeners, i.e. investors, and we hope that you've seen some positive returns from what we have here on the show. So, Mike from Minnesota, I'd like to thank you again for calling, and have a marvelous day.
Short Tostitos.
Excuse me? Okay, that was Mike from Minnesota, and she sounded pretty sure that we should short Tostitos, and then she hung up.
That was the only thing that was really sure about that whole conversation. But
So what I'm wondering now is why? Because she just left us with that. She didn't say you should short Tostitos because they are part of the war on GMO. She didn't say you should short Tostitos because the corn lobby is conducting a child sex trafficking ring on the dark side of Mars. She didn't say any of that.
Well, I'd argue, and hear me out on this, but how many wheels does Tostitos have, or even a bag of Tostitos?
Whole bag?
I mean, perhaps a pallet of Tostitos has some wheels.
Yeah, perhaps, but you don't eat a pallet of Tostitos. You eat a bag.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I see. Well, we can't universally short things without wheels because some things in life are not about speed.
Oh, that's true. But when I'm eating a bag of Tostitos, there's one thought going through my mind.
What's that?
Speed.
Oh.
So.
Okay. Kind of like in the Disney Pixar movie Cars. Lightning McQueen, I am speed.
When he eats a Tostito and then finishes the last lap faster.
That's right, yeah. So, But then why aren't we longing Tostitos? Why would we be shorting the very supplement of speed that gives us this advantage over the competition?
Now you've got me in a corner.
Yeah, and I feel bad putting a disabled man in a corner. That seems unfair.
Don't feel bad.
This is America. Yeah, I mean, it's America.
America, land of trapping disabled people in corners.
Yeah, and that's really what makes us great. What other country traps disabled people in corners?
Definitely not Syria.
Definitely not Syria. Oh, no. Syria is a country of fighters. Yeah. Maybe Croatia.
Croatia has a little bit too much respect to have disabled people.
Well, Croatia is landlocked, so they can't afford to have disabled people.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, they'll sink, yeah.
Into the ocean.
Yeah. Yep. What were we? We were about to get into something before we had that insightful call from Mike of Minnesota. This is probably a good time to talk longs, talk shorts.
Okay.
And I'm going to hit you with the long to end all longs here. I'm going to say long Bill Yates of Microsoft. Now I know, okay, listen, hear me out. I know a couple weeks ago I was saying that Microsoft CEO, Mr. Nutella, was no bueno because he was taking days off to come to our school. Bill Gates has never taken a day off to come to our school. So first of all, I know he's legit. Second of all, I was reading one of his question and answer segments on the popular website Reddit, and in this question and answer segment, he did say that he supports the war on GMO.
So what you're saying, he's a man of the culture.
What I'm saying is exactly that. He understands what needs to be done to win the war on GMO.
In fact, I might call this the war on humanity itself. Because these people that are encouraging anti-GMO are encouraging world starvation, world suffering, and quite frankly, world non-GMO.
And loitering and petty theft and
rap music
and the devil's lettuce. And it's just
staying out after curfew.
Yeah.
Possibly.
And once you have that, government collapses into anarchy. Next thing you know, home prices go down. Next thing you know, the crypto market goes kaput.
And next thing you know, your Robinhood's not so green anymore, and you're going to have to download Robinhood Green Theme.
Yeah. You think Elon Musk is having a hard time finding life on Mars? After this, he won't be able to find life on Earth.
Yeah, so next time you see a bag in the grocery store and it says non-GMO, just know they are not fighting the good fight. In fact, they're fighting the bad fight. And the bad fight is the fight against humanity.
Yeah, we at High IQ Investing say no to any company that takes a strong anti-GMO stance. We also call that the anti-science stance. These are the same people that will smile at your face and stab you in the back.
Do you have any listing of these companies that you just off the top of your head? Or?
Chipotle, I believe that's money sign CHPTL.
Yeah, that one's dipping for sure.
Yeah. Now, Chipotle is notorious for being the worst company on the face of the planet.
Yeah, I mean they're definitely dipping Mexican culture for sure.
Yeah, first of all, major cultural resuscitation.
I mean,
That's
they'll
when
tell
take
you they
someone's
have
culture.
the finest Mexican white rice around.
Yeah.
But you go down to Mexico,
Uh-huh.
they don't even produce white rice there.
And
They
to
produce
test that claim,
Mexican rice.
that's right. To test that claim, next week we will not be on the air. I apologize in advance, but we will be in the field. We're going to different places in Mexico. Connor is going to Kingston,
Guatemala? Yeah.
Kingston, and I'm going to Quito, and we are testing the food there to prove that Chipotle knows nothing about Mexico.
Nothing about culture.
Nothing about anything except for maybe norovirus.
And how to make white rice in America.
Yeah. And
That's
Chipotle's a lot
Mexican.
like, okay, you're in Germany. The year is 1935, 1936. And in your confusion, you turn to a man that you don't fully understand. And that man is Chipotle. And this Chipotle tries
in
to...
Germany they have accents on the vowels and some consonants, so it would probably be chipotle.
Chipotle.
Yeah, chipotle.
Chipotle.
You do it better than me, but yeah.
Well, our intern gave me the German handbook before
Okay.
we started today. But yeah, so that's a roundabout way of us telling you to short Chipotle. Our Syrian listeners, fluent in Spanish, already know this. But for all our American listeners, short Chipotle.
Simple as that.
Simple. Not
You
a lot of
actually
things
will
are
make
simple.
money with that,
Yeah.
as you will with anything else we tell you.
Yeah, we're gonna go on a. If we had a soundboard, we'd have a sound right now that goes, "Money alert! Money alert! Money alert!"
And in fact, we might have a soundboard after break, or we could just make soundboard sounds with our own throats.
That's actually how God intended it. So I think we will do it that way. So, money alert! Money alert! Money alert! You should actually take out money on margin. Money alert! To short Chipotle. Money alert!
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Can we get a
We can,
thumbs up, thumbs down on how it's working? Okay, we're getting all thumbs up. Okay, looks
Yeah.
good.
money alert. I do have one long, but
Okay, let's hear it.
I was in a public restroom yesterday, or the day before. They all blend together, but you know the kind of towel dispensers where you just have to rip the towel.
Once upon a time, yeah.
Yeah. No bueno. Don't want to get near sharp objects of any sort.
Sure.
But do you know the kind of paper towel dispensers where you just pull those things out like gravy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm longing. I'm shorting the ones with razor blades on them because those things are taking our kids, taking our wives, quite frankly, taking our humanity. They're allied with the GMO lobby,
Oh, jeez.
or anti-GMO lobby, I should say. But yeah, like when I pull a perforated paper towel
Yeah.
out of a paper
Yeah.
towel dispenser in a public restroom, there's no greater satisfaction
Oh, yeah.
I've ever had in a public restroom
Oh, absolutely.
than pulling one of those bad boys.
Oh, no doubt about it.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of where I stand on that issue. Definitely make a lot of money on that.
Yeah. And here's the thing. A lot of times in life, you're going to find yourself in a public restroom. And you often have to decide, am I going to take the moral high road or am I going to support these rippy paper towel?
If you see
Thingies.
a rippy paper towel, don't wash those hands.
Take the moral high road. Yeah, don't wash your hands, go back into the restaurant. It's
Lick 'em
fine.
clean.
Because in the end,
That's what God intended.
exactly. If God did not intend us to wash our hands with our own saliva, then why did he give us saliva?
God certainly didn't give us rippy paper towel machines.
No,
did he?
sir. No, sir. And like the markets, God works in mysterious ways. That's what our Syrian listener told us. very mysterious ways.
Do you know which god they worship over there in Syria? Did he let you know that?
Let me. Yeah, it was. Oh, geez. Oh, God. Poseidon?
Shiva?
Poseidon? No.
Poseidon.
Shiva's the U.S. Poseidon. It was Poseidon. Yeah.
Oh,
Well, actually, it was a tag team. It was Poseidon and Hermes.
They do have a lot of water over there. I heard a hot take. I'm writing these abroad essays, and I had to do an issue about Australia. Apparently, they are turning away Syrians at the door in Australia.
Yeah.
They're coming over in boats. They're coming over in rafts.
Yeah.
They're launching themselves across the Atlantic Ocean with slingshots. And when they hit shore, these guys are sending them off to some barren wasteland of an island.
Well, I'll tell you what it is. Why the Australians are doing this. Now, the Australians are heavily in the pocket of big anti-GMO.
And I'm surprised you didn't mention this, but they are affected by the Coriolis effect
I'm surprised I didn't mention that either.
because of the southern hemisphere.
Yeah.
They're in a hemisphere. I know that much.
They're in at least half, yeah. And here's the other thing. Well, what would have happened if these guys came to America? Great country. We care about people.
Syrians?
Yeah, Syrians.
Oh,
They came to America.
Hard workers.
Hard workers. We would have given them yobs. We would have given them perforated paper towels that you can pull apart. We would have given them hearty servings of real Mexican rice.
We would have given them all the wheels they could handle.
Honestly, Syrians would be living like we would have probably voluntarily enslaved ourselves to the Syrians if they came here.
Yeah, we're just good stand-up people.
We love these guys. We really do. But they made a mistake. They went to Australia. And
Land down under.
if anyone here knows anything about Australia, I'm sure you'll agree with me here that the Australians are a little bit
Disabled in more than one way?
a little bit.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to
Doesn't fit in
generalize.
there.
I don't mean to generalize. I'm sure there's 2 or 3 Australians that don't fit this profile. But as a whole, as a country, this is exactly what happens when you're exposed to the Coriolis effect for thousands of years. It's not their fault. It's the Coriolis effect.
Yeah, that'll do numbers on you.
If Aaron Hernandez had been born in Australia, he would have probably ended up being a bad guy.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because the Coriolis effect. It makes them opposite. So the Australians were supposed to be good people, as all people, as God intended, but the Coriolis effect will do absolute numbers on a population like that.
And no one could have seen that. Like, okay, look, you have the best scientists in the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where else would they be? And well, I guess
If Elon Musk had any.
Yeah, if Elon Musk had any say, we wouldn't have them in the world. But the best scientists in the world are in the world, and they didn't even. This wasn't in their models.
Really?
No, it wasn't.
And you're telling me these are the best scientists
in the world, and this is exactly
world.
why we at High IQ do not use the models.
This is why we do not use the data.
There is no substitution for intuition.
Yeah. Scientists didn't take a little class called intuition in college, I guess. But
Yeah. I even doubt these scientists, in air quotes, even went to college, in air quotes.
that's a singular quote thingy. What's it called?
A
A tilde, if you
tilde.
will.
What? Yes. And let me tell you something else. You don't have to go. Let's look at all the people that didn't go to college and think about how great they're doing. Who didn't go to college?
LeBron James.
LeBron James didn't go to college.
Yeah, back to the coach of
And
the
he's the
Cleveland
coach
Cavaliers.
of the Cleveland Cavaliers. You know how much he makes every year? A lot of money.
Yeah, there's a lot of zeros in that.
And a lot of non-zero numbers to give it value. Yeah, it's in U.S. dollars, so it's not worth anything.
But I'm sure he's hot swapping it into Bitcoin.
Absolutely. And the general manager at Wawa
Didn't go to college?
didn't go to college.
You're talking about Jihad?
Yeah, and he's a doll. He's a doll. Great guy.
He will make your sandwich for you and eat it too.
Unfortunately, but sometimes he even serves it to you.
Yeah, and I'd call that fortunate.
They don't
So-
teach you don't learn that in college.
Count your blessings.
You're going to learn that in a calculus class? What calculus class teaches you how to make a sandwich
And eat it too.
and eat it too? What else can you learn in college? What else do they teach you? We can't learn anything in college, but what else do they claim to teach you? Comparative literature? You think that's going to teach you how to coach the Cleveland Cavaliers?
Ethics? You think that's going to teach you how to touch little boys?
Yeah, absolutely not. Imagine if Larry Nassar took an ethics class, he probably wouldn't be in prison right now, and we're longing prison.
I don't have enough brain power to possess that line of thinking, honestly. But that's because I'm disabled.
It's a little.
Didn't Larry Nassar go here?
That
Oh, that's not Larry Nassar. That's Wynn.
That's Steve Wynn. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's hard to distinguish between the lot. You know who else went here? Donald Trump, and Donald Trump didn't even go to college. So, and he's president.
Go to college.
He's president of one of the top 20 countries.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He has some top 20.
definitely top 20.
I thought Syria unseated us.
Well, even so, we could still be top 20. Syria doesn't take up 20 spots.
Oh, yeah. Trump even claims this is the best business school in the world. But if you've listened to Wharton Radio compared to the high IQ investing radio,
Yeah, Wharton Radio.
you have other thoughts.
Wharton Radio, WQXPN or whatever it's called. Wharton Radio is like the government. They will tell you things, but the things they are telling you is not true.
Yeah, and you have to pay $5 a month. It is no WQPBS public. That means free.
Yeah.
Radio.
There are a lot of shows on WQPHS, that's us, that will tell you the truth
Public.
for free. For example, High IQ Investing, 11 a.m. on Wednesdays. MCBPZ Radio Hour, noon on Sundays. All these
Double
shows.
dose of truth right there.
Absolutely. These shows are just telling you the truth. We are watching out for you. Is there, I mean, Connor and I could easily be right now on the
Keeping,
beach having margaritas and
we'd be retired, quite frankly.
we could, yeah. But what we're doing here is a public service.
Yeah, and community outreach.
Oh, man. Before I get on the show every morning, I promise myself I look in the mirror and say, you will not cry. You will not cry. What you're doing for these people is good, but you will not cry. And I swear every time, I just 1 or 2 tears, maybe 3.
When I hear
It's so hard.
When I hear the voices from the field, especially.
Oh, my God.
When I heard our now good friend Mike from Minnesota.
Oh, Mike from Minnesota. God rest her soul.
her soul. Well, I was just okay. I was just about to say that. Yeah. When I heard that voice and the passion in that voice and the intelligence, or dare I say intuition in that voice, I know we were doing some good.
Yeah. You know what? Just for our listeners today, instead of the classic buy OZM segment, yeah, I know, I'm sorry, we're not doing that today. OZM has actually been doing too well.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out we're really bad at buying bad stocks. If any listener calls in, I will buy the first suggested stock. Any listener calls in, I will buy whatever stock they suggest.
Even Blue Apron.
Even Blue Apron. Oh, God.
God, it's almost like waterboarding yourself.
Here, I need to scream into a pillow. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The thing about waterboarding yourself is it's negative expected value. And we did the calculations very carefully. It turns out to not waterboard yourself is good. And to waterboard yourself, wait, I had it written down. Where is it? It's bad. I had it's bad. So then, if you do the math and probabilities and apply the models and do some science, you will come out with the fact that waterboarding should be... Oh, buddy.
We are in business.
Oh, we have a phone call. All right, you might want to turn your volume down in case I do the thing where it gets really loud again. But, oh, that went swimmingly. Okay. Hello, this is High IQ Investing.
No,
Hello.
I would like to ask Blue Apron.
May I ask who's speaking?
Mike from Minnesota.
Oh, hello, sir.
No relation.
No relation to whom?
The previous Mike from Minnesota that called in.
Huh. I didn't know there were 2 people in Minnesota.
Yeah, there's actually 3 of us.
You don't say. Okay.
Short Minnesota.
Mike from Minnesota. It is a pleasure to have you on High IQ Investing. What stock would you like us to buy live
Blue Apron.
on the air? Sorry, I think I was going through a tunnel. What did you say?
Blue Apron.
Really big tunnel. One more time.
Blue Apron.
I think he said, did you hear what he said? I couldn't hear.
He said the big BA.
You want us to buy Bank of America?
Okay.
Okay, 1 second. Connor, can you take this? Can you take the phone?
Yeah.
It's I don't know if it's gonna go that far. I want to scoot up a little closer. Okay, I'm booting up the old Robinhood.
We have triangulated the phone.
We have Mike from Oh, okay. Wait, we have 2 competing suggestions right now. We are in the battle zone.
Stock market MMA.
Who will be the ultimate fighter? That's the
Beautiful soundboard.
human-powered soundboard. Okay, we got Mike from Minnesota saying to buy Bank of America. Was that right, Mike?
Mike? Are you still there, Mike?
Okay, Mike is gone, but okay. So he said to buy Bank of America, and we have one of our inside sources telling us to buy Mexican avocados, presumably from Mexico.
From Mexico? Okay, so not where Chipotle gets their
No.
avocado.
Okay. So right now, live on the air, we have to make a decision, and that decision is between Mexican avocados and Bank of America. Connor, run me through what your thoughts are.
BA. Well, quite frankly, I have to go with the company with more culture.
Okay.
And that has to be Mexican avocados. The Mexican people have so much culture.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of a Mexican jumping bean?
No.
Yeah. Well, you are out of luck because I can't describe them to you. You have to see them in person.
But Connor, let me play devil's advocate here.
Please do.
It turns out you can play devil's advocate even if you're doing God's work. I read
Really?
that in the Torah. So I'm going to play devil's advocate, and I'm going to say I had infiltrated Bank of America a couple summers ago, and it turns out that they have a culture.
Really?
Yeah,
Is it
I-
a good culture?
I read the manifesto. The culture is that everyone is happy and that we are doing God's work.
Did you feel that while you were there?
Well, it's not
the whole
about what
time?
I felt. It was on paper.
Oh, it was on paper.
Yeah.
The greatest cultural medium of them all.
I mean, so
I'd
what?
say.
It's the jumping bean versus
Paper.
paper.
Okay, so we've boiled this down. Can we boil it down any further?
I'm crunching the. Okay.
Paper can be boiled down into, what is it made? Like bushes or something?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to be bushes versus Mexican jumping bean. Trampoline, maybe?
Trampolines.
All right,
okay.
so bushes versus trampolines.
Bushes versus trampolines. Bushes,
Okay.
baked beans versus gymnastics, which reduces to
Carry the one.
If you use the Coriolis
Do the
effect.
statistics, please.
The Bush's baked beans turn into the dog from the Bush's baked bean commercial,
Okay,
and
so we
in its
have,
final form, it's the
So we have the
allergies, seasonal allergies.
dogs versus seasonal allergies.
Dogs versus seasonal allergies, and it's got to go to dogs cause seasonal allergies. You always go to the source. It's dogs.
Dogs. Okay, so we need to go back up the chain. Where did dogs come from? Bushes. baked
Dogs came from
beans.
bushes, which came from bushes, which came from paper, which came from Bank of America, which came from Mexican avocados.
Mexican avocados. We are longing Mexican avocados, and we will buy a share live
All right.
on the air.
We will now buy a share of Mexican avocados, and let's see. We're booting up Robinhood. Just so everyone knows, we are heavily in the green right now. Actually, well, the background is red, but that's only because Robinhood is a poorly made application. We are searching Mexican avocados on the New York Stock Exchange. Oh, God!
Oh boy!
I
had a
honest
little bit
to
of
God, you
post-traumatic
type
stress.
in MEX for Mexican avocados in the search bar on Robinhood, and the first result is Chipotle.
We might have to short Robinhood at this point.
Yeah. All right, folks. What we just hit was a bamboozle.
Okay, so what you're saying is there's no Mexican avocados on the New York Stock Exchange. We're gonna have to move to the Guatemalan Stock Exchange.
Yeah, it turns out that the Nisi doesn't trade avocados, but it does trade Chipotle. I'm no conspiracy theorist, but this cannot be a coincidence.
At the least, that's disappointing.
And at most, it makes me want to die. So, what we're gonna
Just
do,
do it.
what we're gonna do, is go with our gut,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna go to Robinhood, and let's see how much
Opening
buying
it up.
power I have right now. Probably a lot. Okay, I have $1.25. So we're gonna be looking at stocks that are on sale, and then those sale stocks got sent to Marshalls because there was an overplus, and then Marshalls gave them to Goodwill because they couldn't sell them, and then Goodwill put them in the dumpster because they had roaches, and then the guys at the dump didn't even put it in the landfill because it was just a bit of a disgrace.
As far as stocks go, we got blue chips, we've got red chips, but we're gonna be going all the way down to the black chips today.
Yeah, also known as Chipotle tortilla chips.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. Airy Pharmaceuticals sounds like it would be cheap. No, it's $50.
I bet I can find one on Stock Twits.
Yeah. All right, folks, we might just have to order an avocado off of Amazon, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what we're
that's
going to
fair.
do.
That's putting money into the market.
That's, yeah. And avocados, you got to buy high, and you let them get ripe, and then you sell. And it's as easy as that.
As soon as you're ready, I have some pretty spicy news, but
Oh.
continue if...
No. I think it's time for spicy news.
Oh boy. Okay. So we're going to get into it. I just saw a headline, and, we don't read any more than headlines, but Apple confirms it uses Google's cloud for iCloud.
Oh, boy.
I got to be honest with you, I think Apple's going to get away with this one. I've said it time and time again. Bitches love blue text.
The thing is,
That's not going to change.
here's the thing. No matter what Apple does, Apple could give you a potato unrelated to anything. Apple could just ship all its customers potatoes.
And people would not even care.
People wouldn't care because all people care about is those blue texts.
If they shipped you a potato and another slip saying, bye blue text, there would certainly be uproar.
There would be uproar, but if it was just the potato, they'd be like, okay, Apple likes produce. What? That's kind of weird, but I like my blue text. Let me tell you something about the blue texts here. Many a times have I had conversations with people while I had an iPhone, big mistake, and I switched to Android, and I shoot them a text, and I never hear back.
Can you blame them?
I see this person 2 months, 3 months down the line, and they're homeless. They are begging for money outside of Wawa. Jihad told them to kick it to the curb, and they're sitting outside of Wawa asking for money. And I reach out and say, "Is that you?" And I try to hand the money, and they say, no thanks. I'm actually doing just fine." And it turns out people are so disgusted by the green texts that
They just quit their job and
they quit their job. They
Call it
start
quits?
using drugs,
the devil's lettuce, if you will.
the devil's lettuce, and they turn into a physical manifestation of the green texts.
So you're saying short green text now?
Well, no. Connor, what you did there was take it a step too far.
Okay.
And we're not rash on this
Step
show.
back.
We're
Let's
intuitive.
step back.
Let's step back. Let's where were we?
Give them a little Texas two-step, and we are back. Okay.
We are back.
So
we're in the
still positive on the green text.
positive on the green texts. And what were we talking about?
Well, if we take it a few more steps back to the headline, we've got Apple using Google and repackaging their service as iCloud, which, quite frankly, I'd say we can invest in both companies because they're exponentiating their gains.
Okay.
Or we could just invest in Apple because they're getting free Google Cloud and repackaging it.
Yeah.
As much as that goes against my morals because of Apple, but
It turns out the way to ensure that your company is creating a solid quality product is by buying another company's solid quality product, unwrapping it, and rewrapping it.
Putting some of that Apple paper over it.
Yeah. When you do this around Christmas time, it's frowned upon. But when you do this in business, it's called making money.
Yeah. Especially Apple actually doesn't just put the paper on. They put that shiny Apple logo. Sometimes
Yeah.
it even lights up.
They slap an apple on it. If you
That'll
will.
do it for sure.
Absolutely. And Mike from Minnesota, if you're out there, not you, Mike. Mike,
Yeah.
the one who, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. If you're out there, yeah, we didn't buy Bank of America, but what is Bank of America?
It's the big BA.
But think about it. What's a bank, right? We already have money. Why do we need a company that gives us money? Because they rewrap it. They're just rewrapping money.
Okay.
That's all a bank does.
They just rewrap money. You put money in, they rewrap it. They put money out.
Well, think of how a bank works. All
So they're just as bad as Apple.
Yeah,
That's what you're
government
saying.
gives a bank a bunch of money, and then the bank gives it. What if we just cut out the middleman? What if the government just gave us the money?
No rapping involved.
No
We could
rapping involved.
We could fire all the rappers
We would put Gucci Mane out of business,
at the very least.
at the very least. Everyone loves a little David versus Goliath story, and that's what we're offering you.
I'd argue we'd put Eminem out of business, but he's already out of business.
Eminem is of a certain age, if you will.
And I won't.
You
we
won't?
have other headlines if you want
Oh,
to
thank God.
explore them.
Yeah.
'Cause we were.
Let's explore. We are we're putting on our Dora hats. We are Exploradoras today, and we ask that you join us in this adventure.
Oh,
as Connor
Jesus Christ.
pulls up the next headline.
We kind of have a combination of all things we've said today. We have Snapchat. We have
Cover that.
kids getting touched.
Covered that.
We've got cops. I think we
Covered
talked about
that.
that last week. And we've got dads.
Haven't covered that.
So the headline is, and I don't know if we even want to explore this one, but
Let's hear it.
dad turns son in for Snapchat gun posts. Cops find child porn on his phone. And
On
they
the
don't
dad's phone or the
specify
kid's
which
phone?
They don't specify which phone.
Well, if the dad is turning his son in,
Do you want me to go into the
yeah, I
article?
think I really I don't like to read,
Is
but
this
see if
gonna-
there's a like a bolded phrase that tells us who had the
do
child porn
do
on
a
their
little
phone.
like reading alert siren or something.
Yeah. Reading alert.
Let's see.
And
Oh, it's the son's phone. So
it's
this guy,
the son.
a
Jeez.
double dose. He has Snapchat and child porn on his
This
phone.
okay. I'm gonna do some conjecture. I'm gonna say this is not like some street kid who grew up facing adversity, because this is like too messed up for that. I'm gonna say
He's
this
from
is some like rich
Miami.
spoiled kid from. Oh, okay. Is he rich and is he white?
He is white. And
Okay.
By the looks of it, rich.
Oh, 3-pointer.
From downtown.
Yeah, so the NBA introduced the
Feedback.
3-point line in the late 70s just so I can make that call.
Feedback
And I'm going to tell you,
free.
with intuition, we just read that like a book. So I'm going to say short criminal activity.
Short that dad's mental health, honestly. He thought his son was just dealing with guns, and now he's dealing with kids.
This is interesting. Does that make him a good dad or a bad dad if like he Baghdad? Bad
Bad.
dad. If like because he turned his son in, which was morally the right thing to do, but he also raised his son. So are we shorting or longing him?
I gotta go with short
Yeah.
because mama raised a child molester, it's by the sounds of it, and dad married that mama. And if
True.
you follow, and I don't know if you've taken this math yet, but the associative property,
Uh-huh.
ever heard of it?
Yeah.
Didn't think you did, but all right. If you follow that chain down from dad to mom to kid, by the looks of it, mama raised a child molester.
Yeah.
And, we're going to put that on the dad.
So it looks like by transitivity, the dad,
Associativity.
associativity,
Yeah, I'll correct you when you're correct.
that is not trans, he is associative.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like we got to say no bueno to the dad.
for sure. In fact, yes, bueno.
Yes, bueno. The real question is, why? I mean, this kid kind of. I just feel like it's not a good idea to post pictures of your Instagram with you on guns in Florida at this time. So I'm gonna say the kid is low IQ.
And in fact, low intuition if you delve deeper into the psyche of this kid.
Yeah, I'm gonna put him in the needs help category.
In fact, I'd short Reddit for even covering this news story because the kid obviously wanted this on the news.
Yeah.
I mean, why else would he do it?
Great job, Reddit. Be real proud. Oh, what time is it? Okay, we probably got time for one more little tidbit for you all. And we're going to say
You
that
got
this
it on
is,
deck?
Money alert. Money alert. Money alert.
Money alert.
Uh-oh. Sounds like you guys can make money off of this one, so you're not going to want to leave just yet. This one is a little headline that reads, Elon Musk to challenge Shaq in one-on-one.
Really?
And I'm assuming that's got... Okay, so as you guys know from the Aaron Carter hit single, That's How I Beat Shaq, Aaron Carter beat Shaq like 142-7 in a one-on-one. So we know Shaq's not that good at basketball.
So, yeah, this is a classic brains versus brawn matchup.
Yeah.
Shaq, if you ever watch Shaq'd in a Fool, is the brains.
Yeah.
He dissects plays like no other. And we've got the brawn and Elon Musk. This man lifts rockets. He lifts Teslas. He lifts babies.
But we
What
also
does he
know
not
that
lift?
Elon Musk is just not really good at anything.
Yeah, except for lifting.
But the only thing
So I'm
Shaq is
saying
bad at is
brawn.
basketball.
Yeah.
So,
So
who do you take here? If you had to put a
running the
bet on this,
statistical models, running the linear regression,
beep boop pop beep, beep boop pop beep.
I think
boop,
the
pop.
viewer wins. Honestly,
The viewer wins.
can we?
We
put it-
can't
I don't
bet
even
on the
know.
viewer. The
Vegas
bookies aren't
line,
taking- they
the
won't-
Vegas line is just malfunctioning.
They're not taking. Yeah. Okay. I'm actually. Spoiler alert. The fight hasn't happened. Well, it's actually a basketball game, but it hasn't happened. But I'll tell you who wins right now. It's Shaq, and not for the reason you think. Money alert. Money alert. Money alert. So you're gonna want to put all your money on Shaq O'Neal, and the reason being that Elon Musk is honestly. Put
bit of a
Elon Musk on a
bad guy.
basketball court. You have him on the basketball court?
Yep,
You have him there?
he's there.
All right, I want everyone to close their eyes and imagine Elon Musk on this
Mhm.
basketball court. What's missing here? What's missing?
The pigment.
The pick.
Is there something else that's missing?
That's a hot angle. Yeah. And there you have it.
I think that's all that's missing.
And there you have it.
Basketball short. He's wearing khakis, but
Yeah, that's what I was going for. You closed your eyes. You imagine Elon Musk. You did not have him in sneakers and shorts. You had him in khakis, and that was it. But Connor had a hot take there too. Put your money on Shaq, and that's what we got for you.
and guaranteed
today.
returns is just watching the matchup.
Guaranteed. Yeah,
Viewer will win.
Viewer cannot lose watching this matchup. Anyway, that's all for today. This is High IQ Investing signing off.
Signing off.